Jesus f***ing Christ, have I become the villain in my own story where I see the studios and IPs that I love built up and then come crashing down? I remember in my college days, there was a point where me and my friends went as a group of young, hopeful animators to attend a Pixar seminar celebrating their 20 years in animation. As animation students, we would watch every Pixar movie and aspire to join Pixar because they were the GOAT. So yes, at that time, I was a self-confessed Disney Pixar adult. Fast forward 10 years later, and they have become this CalArts Bean Mouth studio that is churning out okay movies. This Bean Mouth look really waters down the quality. It's a very TV look. Even if you like this style, the audience is still gonna subconsciously correlate it to a lower quality because it's just simple pattern recognition. Did you know or do you remember that back in Pixar's start, they would pioneer technological advances in 3D animation, like getting photorealistic water, lighting, hair, fur? Industrial Light and Magic will also leverage that technology for live action movies when Disney acquired them. Which leads me to question, are they even doing that anymore? Can they even do it now? They would have technological advances every 3 years, and that kind of stopped when they released their last good movie. Do people remember or know that Monsters Inc. movies were known for their fur, especially on Sully, and The Incredibles for their hair simulation, especially on Violet, and Finding Nemo pioneered underwater realism in animation, while Cars, as much as I dislike the concept of those movies, brought cinematic realism to reflective surfaces in stylized environments? If you say, well, there's nothing else to do.
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
That's what a lazy person would say. There's always ways to make things more optimized, and Pixar is always known for stylization, which can mean if you dream it, you can produce it with technology. There's also things that could be improved, like maybe procedural environment generation, realistic or better muscle simulations. Maybe they would have made Spider-Verse before Spider-Verse. I mean, I would have preferred if people made Paperman style more common than Spider-Verse's headache-inducing rainbow vomit. I also recall a slide from the seminar of how they would translate one thing into another. And I don't see it here in Elio. Just take Mike and Sully and their super iconic silhouettes and contrast in shape. I look at these aliens and this is what I see. A robot, maybe, Toy Story villain, showerhead, sea slug, another slug, a proboscis monkey. I wouldn't be able to tell you their personalities other than the obvious bad guy because he has the angry eyes. So in your face. I really wonder what happened here. Did they even do any pre-production, or did they just take what the most people like based on feelings and went with it? I'm also a person who loves strong character designs, being able to tell what a character is about at a glance. I recognize the skill it takes to do it. Pick Romance Saja from K-pop Demon Hunters, for example. Did you know that his head is literally a heart shape because he's the romance member? You probably didn't know it at first, but you feel it. Then when you find out, you are like, oh my god, that's smart. And just look at them. They have this distinct identity for each of them. Others have already talked about the horrible shot composition in this movie and broken it down. I really wonder though, is this a symptom of the Reels or Shorts TikTok brain? Even with that marathon cinematic trailer I made a video about, I also noticed that 90% of the trailer was just center shots with nothing interesting happening outside of the center frame. Is this just laziness to help with marketing? What happened to the art of good shot composition? They aren't even using the advantage of a full 3D environment to construct shots in the best way possible. I'm looking at this trailer and it doesn't excite me at all. Look at this shot. It tells me nothing. Flat, boring, doesn't lead my eye to any character. And what the f is this? Her eyeline isn't even correct. I expect to see this in a TV production, not a feature movie from Pixar.
My disappointment is immeasurable.
And dude, I immediately know this character is supposed to be a joke. They couldn't even be bothered to give him an upshot here. The music also doesn't complement the trailer at all. They just did a lazy pan here, not even tilting in any way, even when his arms are up. All the shots are just straight on. They know they can tilt up and down or left and right? Do they not know foreshortening and how powerful it is? I remember I used to get this critique in my first storyboarding job fresh out of college. I remember it hurt my feelings, but now looking at it, dang, they really are boring as So if any of the storyboard artists in Pixar right now see this, please learn to take some criticism and get better at your job. So am I going to watch Elio or not? Or have I even watched it? Of course not. Do I not get to comment just because I didn't watch it? Yeah, I guess I'm not going to comment on the story, but I have eyes and I can still comment about the visuals. And if the trailer doesn't entice me to see it, clearly it's failed at what it's set out to do. I'll probably just catch it on the plane or something. I won't even spend time to sail the high seas for it because I'll probably forget about it by the end of the year. I remember in the old movies, there's always scenes or shots that were super striking and powerful. Like my favorite movie is Ratatouille, and till this day, there's this one scene that will always hit me in the feels no matter how many times I watch it. Yes, I'm crying right now as I'm editing, okay. After Toy Story 4, I watched every Pixar movie on Disney Plus, but I don't remember much about each of them. No scene that made me laugh or cry, just an overarching feeling for each of them. I remember the funny sign guy, but I couldn't tell you much else. Meh. Okay. Is meh and I'm Asian was horrible. It's also very meh. I just remember the main character being a bit of a bitch. None of these resonated with me, and I have no urge to rewatch any of them. Would someone say, oh, it's because it's not meant for you?
Yeah, no shit, Sherlock.
Because I like good stories and not stories that are just trying to get sympathy points from me. Ultimately, Pixar has lost its brand power. Just having Pixar on the poster meant this movie would be good. Disney really did them dirty during COVID. The push for streaming has really trained viewers to wait. Getting rid of Lasseter for being a hugger was stupid. Letting DEI run rampant, becoming soft with critique. Leftist California brain rot, Trump derangement syndrome. I'll let you pick and choose whichever reasons you want to attribute to their downfall. It's an unfortunate buffet. And I don't think Pixar can do anything about this. A studio is only as good as its talent. They, like many game companies, are a shell of themselves, and nobody with talent would want to join or stay for long, especially if it doesn't live up to the prestige or quality. So in the end, I am sad that Pixar is unlikely going to get back to its golden age, and they might even fade into obscurity. Will there be another round of layoffs because Elio is bombing? Most likely, and that's sad, but I will just comfort myself with rewatching some of the old movies or just watch something that's worth my time. It's really just that simple. And no, I'm no longer a Disney Pixar adult. Thank God.
Ooh, that was close.